It was just a dream. I'm still stuck here.
You've got to be kidding me! What is it now?
It's the Black Goblin! It showed up again! Something just came out of the swamp! It's a monster!
I want it fixed now!
Yes, but if I do that...
We will complete this project no matter what! Lord Tori won't accept failure!
Pop, guys, wake up! The Black Goblin showed up again! I'm gonna head for Edo, and when I get there, I'm gonna spread the story of the Black Goblin everywhere I go. Then the Shogun will have to do something about Inba Swamp. He'll see for himself. This place is hell. He'll put an end to this project. And then Pop's...
You hear that? It's those toads. I hate that sound now.
Monsters. The Black Goblin. What next?
Lord Mizuno is completely out of control.
Just how so?
A canal from Inba Swamp to Edo Bay is no small task. The most recent estimate I saw says it will cost 300,000 Rio to complete the project.
The reason Lord Mizuno is doing this project is to better our country. If it needs to be done, I will happily agree to go to Inba Swamp and oversee the project myself.
I'm told my elder brother, Mizuno of Echizen, has appointed you to be a finance magistrate in addition to the town magistrate. And with that new appointment, it seems that you have become my equal.
If the Inba Swamp project ends in failure, you will be held responsible for it. Are you willing to risk your entire career to serve Lord Mizuno?
And what would you suggest I do instead?
There's a way to handle this without traveling to Inba Swamp.
Are you asking me to denounce the land requisition order?
Yes. This new directive is something my brother proposed. It will make all the land within 10 leagues of Edo and Osaka the territory of the shogunate. Explain to the shogun how unreasonable that would be. If you were to do that, then my brother will lose his standing, which would not be a terribly unfortunate turn.
Pathetic. You are all so pathetic, Lord Doi Iloi, Otome of Noto, and you too, Abe. This hatred you have for Lord Mizuno, this pathetic lust you have for power. I will go to Inba Swamp, not because I have been ordered to, but for the benefit of our country.
Excuse me. Sorry to bother you.
What?
Could someone please tell me where to get a circular printed?
Sorry. What's wrong, kid? First time in Edo?
Yes, sir. I've come from Shimosa. All I want is to find some place where I could get a circular printed.
A circular, huh? Like a newsletter or something?
Exactly. I want to tell people about...
Sorry, but I can't let what you just said slide. You may not know it, but circulars are banned here under the order of the Shogun.
Huh?
That's why every news peddler you come across keeps their face hidden. Now, just what was it that you wanted to have printed anyway? Huh? You are coming to the station. Huh?
You should be ashamed, bullying the weak.
Listen, you punk. Give that back or you'll be sorry. Now, where's my baton? Screw an eye for an eye. I want his balls! Huh? Hey, that's my pipe.
Torrential rains, knee-deep mud, no rest, and rampant disease on top of that, huh? I'd heard the Inba Swamp project was tough, but I had no idea how bad it was. Ow!
Officials came through and rounded us all up to work. They forced us to leave our rice paddies, the very lifeline that sustains us. They said we could go home only when the project was done, in good health or not. But it's gotten way out of hand now.
Because of this thing, the Black Goblin showed up.
That's exactly what it was, uh-huh. I was there when it happened. We all saw it. It suddenly burst out of the swamp, flinging mud everywhere, and then there was this huge flash of light that nearly blinded us.
Is that really true?
Of course it is, but the officials refused to believe us. That's why I decided to come to Edo. If we get some circulars out telling about this monster, the Shogun will hear it and do something. And when the Shogun finds out, he'll shut this project down.
You're going about this all wrong. You just need to kill the Yoi.
Huh?
In fact, this apprentice courtesan has a customer who's an expert on Yoi. He's killed all kinds of monsters like this.
He's an expert? Then I have to meet him. Please tell me where I can find him. Help us. Help my pop and his friends. I'm begging you.
The Black Goblin of Inba Swamp, you say?
I hope that you're planning on taking us with you this time.
I talked to my superiors and asked them for permission for us to make a trip to the swamp.
Good, well, let's get to it then.
The Ayashi aren't to get involved.
Huh?
We'll do what we're told!
So there's a Yoi at Inba Swamp, is there? Why is this of concern to me?
The canal at Inba Swamp is an enormous project spearheaded by the Shogunate. If a Yoi were to interfere and impede its progress...
Ignore it. The only ones who care about the Inba Swamp project are Mizuno and Tori. If they fail, they will have thrown money down the drain. Or into the swamp. A fumble even the Shogun can't ignore.
You're suggesting I ignore the Yoi in hopes that it puts Lord Tori in a position to fail?
Ozaburo Ogasawara, what is it that you really want? Is it just to wipe out the Yoi? I don't think so. Yoi have existed since the beginning of time. It's not possible to put an end to them. You wanted to slay Yoi with the knowledge you've gained from Western cultures and reverse the oppression on this school of thought. If Mizuno and Tori fall from grace, you'll find your wish granted. You've got to be kidding me.
So the enemy of my enemy is my friend.
But if we do that, then that means...
This discussion is over. Besides, we have no hard proof that this Yoi at Inba Swamp actually exists in the first place.
Please help us. Those were the words of a child who came to us begging for help. Yoi come from the other world, and they are sent here to lead people astray. And because of that, we kill them. It's what Ayashi do.
Ryudo.
What? Is what I said wrong?
Can you at least arrange for our checkpoint passes?
Sorry, you gotta stay behind.
But what for?
I want you to stay by Ogasawara's side.
What? But... Stay by his side? What does he mean by that?
You're just a Shogunate slave!
Now that's an odd bunch. You sure it's all right for a samurai's son to leave Edo on a whim?
I'm one of Kano's students. I told him I'm doing a little nature sketching.
Pride comes before a fall.
What kind of horse shit is that?
We do indeed have a horse, but I wouldn't know about the shit part.
I feel it again.
Huh? What are you talking about?
I feel it too, Yukiyatsu.
Are you talking about that aura you sensed in Nico?
It's right over there. The bunkhouse for the workers. Everyone's gonna be at the construction site at this hour. Pop! Guys, get up!
Hey, we can look in on your family later. Let's find that Yoi first.
Yes, that can wait for now. Where is this Black Goblin of yours?
Well, the truth is... Wake up, everybody! I'm back! Everyone's gone.
Tasaku. Perhaps they've all recovered from their ailments and have gone back to the construction site.
There's no way that could happen. They were so sick they couldn't even stand.
It's terrible. You can't leave sick people in a place like this.
It's called dysentery. And they won't ever get better in a drafty shack like that. Chances are they died and they've buried them.
Please, do something to help us!
You've got to pull it together. I promise we are going to help you.
What's that? Did you find something?
No, it's nothing really.
They're from Lord Tyrano Chiyomaru.
Tyrano Chiyomaru?
He's a traveling monk who gave us those talisman to help with the diseases. But not long after he gave us those talisman, they... They call this area the bog. No matter how deep we dig, we still hit water.
That mud sure isn't helping matters.
Listen up! Everyone, listen!
Hey, where did Genbatsu go?
Genbatsu.
Lord Akamatsu?
Hey, Tasaku, those guys.
Yukiatsu, those things are Yui.
Hey, Pop! Guys!
They're toads!
Those things are the friends you're trying to help?
I tried to tell you. Something happened to them after he gave us those talismans.
Explain yourself, Ayashi. What are you doing here?
We heard you were doing your best to help out on the Inba Swamp project.
You found a Yoi called the Black Goblin, didn't you?
Whatever you heard was wrong!
I figured as much.
What are you talking about?
The workers cooked up the story about the monster. They did it in order to slow down their workload. And if the project was shut down as a result, even better. Then they could all go home.
What he said is true. It started out as a lie, but then my Pop and the other men really did turn into monsters. And then I heard about you, and I thought that you could turn them back!
Come on, Yukiatsu. You've got to do something to help them. The Black Goblin may have been alive, but there are Yoi here.
Out of our way! Why don't you want us to handle this? Those things are a combination of both humans and Yoi. At their core, they are still human. Now move! Go on, Yukiatsu, do it now!
Please help them.
If these Yoi really do have men at their core, then how do you separate that? If you men can still hear me, then I suggest you listen up! All right, everybody, just back off! Shut up and listen! What exactly would do something like this to you? If I can find that, then... What's that?
Pop and the others are talking to us. They're saying they're sick of this place, that they want to go somewhere else. Someplace nice where there's no mud or disease.
The other world.
I see what you're doing now. They're trying to break through to the other world!
Kumoshichi, quickly!
He can fly?
Stop the construction at Inba Swamp? Is that what you're going to say to me?
The character for road comes from a ritual that involved lining a path with the heads of slain enemy soldiers. He can use Ayagami as well. And you must be the Western ones, correct? So then is Taira no Chiyomaru the same as Lord Akamatsu?
Well, actually, Lord Iwami distributed those. He did it in an effort to wake a new serpent head.
What new serpent head?
You'll see.
You have to stop this project! It's brought nothing but disease!
Sorry, I cannot do that. If the Inba Swamp were to overflow, the Tonegawa River region would flood. Dozens of rice paddies would be ruined, and the cargo that comes to Edo via the river would cease. This project will save the people of Edo from such a disaster.
You're lying!
It's all true.
This canal has another purpose. If Edo Bay were obstructed by a foreign fleet, the people of Edo will be saved from starvation by the access the canal provides. It's an official's duty to think of ways to protect his land against foreign enemies.
You make it sound like what you're doing is right, but that can't be!
Actually, what Tori's doing is right. He may bully people into being more frugal than they need to be, but what he's doing now is absolutely the right thing to do.
Of course it's the right thing! Which means those men who've become Yoi are an evil hindering this project!
Ryudo, look. The other world. I saw it once before.
Whatever you do, don't open it!
Yukiatsu, go ahead, kill him. It's not the Yoi's fault this time. They had no choice in this!
The other world comes first! Don't do it!
Yukiatsu!
How would going to the other world help? You wanted to go back home!
Yukiatsu, use your dragon horn. Toads are weak against serpents.
I guess the two beasts are similar enough. Did that really work?
Look at that. Well done, Yukiatsu Ryudo. I had no idea you were prepared to go to such lengths to help me.
Pop! No! Bob! Don't go! Please!
They're all dead.
The only thing keeping them alive was the power of those talismans. Once Yukiatsu removed it, that was it. They were done.
Yukiatsu, even after seeing all this, do you really think Torii is right? What is so wrong about seeking the other world? Answer me, Yukiatsu. You promised that you were gonna help them!
Idle, stop! There are countless questions in this world that just have no answers. There was nothing he could have done.
Yukiatsu!
Now he's a fraud.
Tasaku, you idiot! Why did you do that? Torii, you bastard!
I think the one you should be yelling at is the man responsible for passing out those talismans.
Oma? What do you think you're doing? Oma, please don't!
Why must people die? Why must they suffer? What meaning is to be found in a world like this?
Oma, come back!
Otto, don't!
What's going on out there?
Yukiatsu said that people have to learn to live in this world. I thought I could find a reason to do that, only to realize there is nothing to find here. Chapter 24, Fantasy of the Latter Southern Court.